Hello and welcome to the Dark Mount video review for Transformers Generations Combiner Wars Bombshell. That's a mouthful. Bombshell is a tiny little stag beetle type of dude. It's pretty close to his G1 design. He's just a little more rounded off instead of being so blocky. He kind of evokes the War for Cybertron design a little bit. But mostly he is just a G1 inspired update with a little bit of comic influence, especially in his robot mode. For size comparisons, here he is with fellow Insecticon Skrapnel or Shrapnel. And they're pretty well sized for each other. Shrapnel is a little bit bigger, but he's also got this whole hollow head pincer thing going on, so he's really not actually, if you measure the bodies themselves, they're about the exact same size. And then the horn situation is just different. I will say I much prefer the kind of goldish yellow that they're using on Bombshell to the much lighter yellow that they used on this guy. This is almost transparency. You can kind of see some black bleeding through. This is really nice. The painting on this guy is much better. The purple is much darker, much deeper. I do like the red on here. I like the fact that there are 3 different paint apps, which I don't think. I'll see when we get into robot modes, but I don't think this guy has any other colors. So they look good together. Here he is with a couple other recent Generations Legends guys. We got Tailgate, Huffer, Swerve, obviously Bombshell, and Blackjack. For transformation, this guy's pretty easy. So what you're going to want to do usually, I just start kind of by accordioning this back. If you want to leave that until the last thing, if you're a big head reveal dude, then, or gal, I guess, you can do whatever you want. These 2 arms are pegged in here. They have alternating pegs, like so, that peg into each other. So those can whip around. And then you unfold the legs, fold that around like that. And these legs are separately movable. These ones kind of become little heel spurs, but you can do whatever you want with the upper ones in terms of having them out or in. And these ones up here on the arms actually rotate around like so. So you can rotate them all the way around or just to the sides or whatever. This guy has a decent amount of display options. And there he is in his robot mode. His articulation in robot mode is pretty decent. You have the transformation joints in the shoulders that let you swing the arms backwards and forwards. He's got ball joints on the actual shoulders, which have a decent range of motion. He's got the little bug leg articulation and a ball joint. He doesn't have any hand, does he? No. He doesn't have any hand articulation, but he also has his little bomb blaster thingies built in, so he can mind control people, I guess. He has waist articulation, ball joints in the hips, upper leg swivels, and really good knees for transformation. He's got little gun things on his knees, which is cool, I guess. And then, like I said, these are separately articulated. So the bottom half moves, and the top half moves. The head doesn't have any articulation that I'm aware of, and it would be really impossible to get to it because it's in this little box, so yeah. His head sculpt, see if we can get this focused, is really pretty awesome. Looks really good. It's a shame that this doesn't fold back more. Would have been cool if this kind of swiveled around and then this could still poke up behind him without this big box, because it kind of makes his head shadowy a lot and you don't get to see the really awesome head sculpt, and they did a really good job with the paint apps on it. Here he is with Skrapnel. And they look okay together, but just as a general comparison, this guy's a lot better. This isn't a bad figure. I like him, he's fun, but he has more limited articulation. His transformation leaves him looking a little bit less solid. He's a lot more hollow in the back. He doesn't stand as well, he's really back heavy. This guy stands very solidly. It's not terrible. I mean, his paint is also just not as good. I like the general paint on this and the plastic color. It's not a quality issue, but the coloring that they used in the purple plastic and the black plastic just is better. And there's a lot of like black shiny plastic up here, and this guy's all matte black plastic. I mean, he's just a better overall package in my opinion, but it's nice. I hope we get a whole team of these guys. That would be cool, especially since the only other one we have is whatever Kickback from Fall of Cybertron, and he is a deluxe figure, so totally out of scale with these. Here he is with Combiner Wars Blackjack, who is the chest piece of Menasor. Or is supposed to be. I can't get it onto Menasor. And here he is with Swerve. So there we have Combiner Wars Bombshell. And I will say one last thing. The only real downside to this guy over this guy, potentially, is that he doesn't come with one of the little Target Master fellows that the first, like 2014, I guess, IDW guys were coming with. I didn't hate on these Target Master guys. I have them in my collection. They're chilling with those figures, but I'm not thrilled with them, so I prefer the higher quality paint and plastic and all that stuff in this guy to the little Target Master. I feel like they just took that extra money and put it into this figure, and I think that's probably the reason I like this figure more. So I'm cool that this plastic ended up filling up his back and making him look like a solid figure instead of being a gimmicky Target Master thing. Because I've already got the Perfect Effect guy anyway, so I don't really need a little mini-con version of Reflector that doesn't transform into anything but a gun and a single robot. Yeah. But my final thoughts on Bombshell himself are really, really positive. I think this guy's obviously better than the last tiny little Insecticon guy that we got. And I just enjoy him more. I think he's got a better looking alt mode, doesn't have any big hollow head thing. All of the joints and stuff are very, very tight. All of the plastic is very, very solid. There's no rubbery, lame plastic. There's no giant... I mean, this is hollow, and I guess these are hollow, but they have to be for transformation, and this isn't a masterpiece figure, so they're not going to have, like, fold-out panels. This is a really cool little guy, and I recommend him, absolutely. Yep. Thanks for watching. See you next time.